Are you a realtor? Want to know what you can do to close 50 deals this year, even in a market shift? Well, stay tuned. My name's Tierney Jordan. I'm a real estate broker associate. I've personally taken 20 listings in 30 days. My organization closed a little bit over 1,700 transactions last year. And I'm going to share with you what you can do step by step to close 50 deals in a shifted market. Stay tuned. So what do you need to do to get results and get 50 transactions in this shifted market? Step number one is you got to pick your platform, okay? You must get in front of more buyers and sellers now. Even if you were closing 50 deals previously, you still have to figure out a way how to get in front of more people, because with a market shift, things change, motivation changes. So you have to get in front of more to find the motivated. I'll show you what we're doing and why we're doing it, so you'll be able to duplicate it. So there are a lot of options to get in front of more buyers and sellers. You can cold call, you can door knock, you can host open houses, you can call for sale by owners, you can call expired. There's tons of options. According to NAR, 97% of people start their search online, so 97%. According to the National Association of Realtors profile of home buyers and sellers, 90% of sellers were assisted by a real estate agent when selling their home. So we know most people start their search online, 97%. We know a huge percentage end up using a realtor. So what I do and what my recommendation is to choose an online platform for your marketing. My platform of choice is Google. Google's the number one search engine, YouTube's number two, and Google owns YouTube. Google has 95% of mobile activity. And as you can see, this is one of my agent partners. If you look at the source of all of her hot leads in her pipeline, it's all Google PPC. So there's about 43 hot leads, with the exception of this one from Craigslist. They were all Google PPC. So that's what we use as our platform of choice. So next step is determine how many leads you need, okay? One way to gain confidence with online lead generation is to know how many leads you need to generate the clients that you need to make the amount of money that you want and close the amount of transactions that you want to. So how many deals do you need to close, right? Go back to the previous step that we went over, your financial plan, and figure out how many transactions are needed. Let's say it's 100 transactions that you come up with. Next is you need to determine how many leads you need, right, to close 100 transactions. So you can utilize whatever conversion ratio you want. NAR says it's a 1% conversion from the internet. My team is getting a 10% conversion, so it's gonna vary. You can go conservative, you can go halfway in between the 1 and the 10, whatever you want. But let's just say it's a 5% conversion ratio. So 100 transactions divided by a 5% conversion ratio is 2,000 leads. That's how many will be needed in this instance. Next step is how much will the leads cost, right? So what is it gonna cost you? So there's a lot of different variables in this factor. What you're gonna have to do is figure out, are you gonna market for buyers or sellers? Sellers are more expensive than buyers, right? What area are you gonna market in? Different areas are more expensive than others, just depending on price point. So there's a big variation in this number. I used $15 per lead. So 2,000 times $15 is a $30,000 investment. If you're gonna get the amount of transactions that we said, 100, if you take your average commission times 100 deals and compare that to your investment of $30,000, it's worth the investment, right? So next step is we're going to create our funnel. So we've looked at our numbers. We know what we need to do. We've figured out what it's going to cost us. Now we need to figure out how to pull people into us. Okay. And I call that a funnel. So since the market has moved from more to less appointments, less leads, that doesn't mean you have to move from more to less. That doesn't mean you have to make less money. What it does mean is you have to find the motivated. If you're not sure where to start in this process, there are keyword tool planners. So you can go on, you can pull up a keyword tool planner and you can search for different keywords and see what people are typing in. So let's say you want to work with buyers and you type in buy a home in Arlington, Texas, right? You'll see how many people are typing that in. So my recommendation is to look at two different sources. Look in your MLS, find the areas that you want to work based on the average sales price that you want. I would recommend a higher average sales price, right? So what areas that are in your market have a higher sales price, lower days on the market? Those are the two things that I'm looking at. Higher sales price, lower days on the market. The third thing is I want to make sure there's enough closings, right? So I don't want to market to a specific area that has limited inventory. So I want to find areas that have a good amount of closings. So I'll look at the previous year and see how many closings happened for that city in that price point for let's say 60 days on the market or less. And I'm looking at the total amount of sales, and I'm going to market to the areas that have a higher total amount of sales. Okay. The other thing I'm going to do, so that's one factor. The other factor I'm going to look at is I'm going to look at my keyword tool search and see, are there more searches for this area? So I'm going to find and market the area that has higher price point, a lot of closings, lower days on the market, and a lot of searches per the keyword tool search. Okay, so that's my criteria that I'm going to look at. And then I'm going to create my hook. So once I figure out the area, now I have to have something to get people to click on, right? So your hook is your offer to the marketplace. Your hook is your solution to the marketplace. So real solutions, like real value, lead to real opportunities for you. So have you ever paid for leads and you're like, this is junk? Well, it's probably because the keywords that they were choosing were not good and they didn't have hooks to attract real leads. Okay. So while you're thinking about how to define your hook, you need to think about, what are the end users thinking? What are the people thinking that I want to attract to me? What are they feeling? What are they needing right now? And you don't need to sell, right? You don't need to sell, you need to solve problems. So that needs to be the basis. Next step is creating your ad, okay? So our ads that get results always have a timeline, they're hassle-free, simple, right? And they have a guarantee. So you want to include things that are going to have these in it, right? So here's an example, like sell your house as is today, right? So timeline, simple, hassle-free, don't waste your money, an easier, faster way, easy 3-step process, right? So you want to include, like I said, a timeline, hassle-free, simple process, and a guarantee. This is what gets results for us. If this video was helpful for you, if you got something out of it that you think will definitely change your business, please like it. If you want to hear more information on how you can crush your real estate goals, subscribe. I'm dropping new content weekly. In addition, if you need more information or you were lost on some things and need more details, feel free to set up a time to chat with me to iron it all out. There's a link in the description below.